Hey Fragrance family, I'm Daver.
I'm Sebastian.
And we're the Fragrance Bros.
I always forget to do that.
Come at you again with special guest Sebastian from Looking, Feeling, Smelling Great. Glad to have you on again, Sebastian. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And today we are reviewing Leather Oud by Floris. Now, date introduced is 2014. It's classified as an Oriental woody. Notes are oud, leather, bergamot, carnation, geranium, amber, patchouli, sandalwood, and vetiver. Now, Sebastian, what do you get out of longevity out of this?
Just like honey oud all day.
Yeah, it's so strong. Yeah, same here. It's excellent, if not beast mode. It lasts a long time. What about projection?
Similar, 3 hours perhaps, yeah, around there somewhere.
I actually got a little bit less projection on this one than I did on honey oud. It's just still pretty loud for a while, but overall this one I think was more of the average range. Season, I think this is great for fall and great for winter, as you would expect. And I think this works really well for day and night. Purpose, I think this is good for formal, and I think this can work for casual as well.
I find this a little more like stuffy than compared to like not as fun as honey oud.
Yeah.
But again, I think it's not necessarily only formal.
Yeah, totally agree. So Sebastian, what does this remind you of?
It doesn't remind me of Dior Leather Oud.
Yeah, thank God.
It reminds me of honey oud with more leather. That's what it reminds me of.
Yeah. Then we obviously have a review of honey oud, and I'll have a link down below to that. And in that one, Sebastian was saying that he thinks that the base of these are the same or similar. And now that you mention that, I can kind of smell them side by side, and especially looking at the notes, it looks like you're right. Like it has a lot of the same notes in there.
Yeah, I think what they did was make a batch of base, and then they said, okay, with this batch we'll add leather, and with that batch we'll add honey.
Yeah.
And we'll have 2 or 3 fragrances to give birth to the world. I don't know,
yeah,
something like that.
At any rate, both of these are fantastic fragrances.
Yes, I love them both.
Yeah, both in their own way. And I totally agree. This has nothing to do with Dior's Leather Oud, thank God. The oud, again, is on the medicinal side, and I think it works really well with the leather here. It comes off as kind of a sharp, leathery smell with that medicinal type of aspect to it. It's really nice.
I mean, I don't love it as much as honey oud, but
yeah,
I love it almost as much.
Exactly, yeah, same here.
I find it a little more formal, but
yeah,
it's definitely not necessarily just formal. I think that leather just gives it a little more of a classy touch.
Yeah, I totally get what you're saying. Whenever I wore honey oud, we mentioned this, it has like that comforting aspect. I would wear that out, you know, when I'm just driving around, and really enjoyed it. With this, I didn't really get that feeling, but I still enjoyed wearing it. But I really, like you said, I got the sense that it's more for a purpose. I like those scents too.
When the hype was, you know, heavy when these came out early last year, I think honey oud was getting more of the hype compared to leather oud. I mean, both of these were blind buys for me. When I first bought small decants of them, I thought leather oud might be similar to Dior's leather oud, but it turned out completely different. And then when I compared the two, I was like, wow, they both smell like they came from the same family. So
yeah,
I really fell in love with them.
I'm really starting to like Floris as a line. Even just smelling these two, I'm really starting to fall in love with their point of view. This is a really good leather oud combination. Whenever I smell this, it smells like the oud has the treble turned up. And I don't know if that makes sense, but it doesn't smell like dark and deep like a lot of leather or oudy fragrances do. This one is more like at the upper range. And yeah, I actually appreciate that. It doesn't seem as dense as you would expect it to be from a scent like this. And I also get hints of other notes in there. You know, I think I get a little bit of geranium. I think I get a little bit of patchouli, but mostly it's leather and oud.
Yes. And the other thing I forgot to mention, these bottles are just gorgeous. I've got them on the camera now.
Yeah.
Just really beautiful bottles. Very classy. It reminds me of James Bond for some reason.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or perhaps like a Scotch or cognac bottle. I don't know, they just look beautiful.
There's also something about it that has kind of a rubbery or plasticky smell to it, and I actually like that aspect of it.
I do pick up a little bit of the carnation. It's a note I've been looking and exploring into a lot of lately. It has kind of like a little clove, floral clove note.
Yeah, I can see what you're saying. Now, what about compliments? Did you get many compliments while you wore this?
No.
Yeah.
Oud fragrances are for me to enjoy, not for anybody else. I think it turns off people around me. But
Yeah.
I don't give a crap.
Yeah, my wife, she didn't hate this one. Again, like Honey Oud, she appreciated it, I guess, but it was just so strong that it was hard for her to really enjoy it. Hate that for her, too. Now, bang for buck, this is $235 for 100 mil. That's pretty high, but the quality is there. I would definitely try to get this on sale, but it is definitely worth the money. So final rating, what do you give this?
I give this one a 4 out of 5.
Yeah, I'm gonna go a 3 out of 5. I think this is a good fragrance. Probably not my thing, there's this particular use for it, but overall it's a fantastic scent, just not something I would wear a lot. So that's all we have. Let us know if you tried Leather Oud down in the comments down below. Do you like it, love it, hate it? Let us know. And of course, if you haven't already, please like and subscribe down below. And I'll have links to Sebastian's channel, Looking, Feeling, Smelling Great. You can go and subscribe to him as well. Thank you again so much, Sebastian. Really appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you for checking these out, too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm
My
glad
pleasure.
you like them.
Yeah, that's right. You're converting me to the Oud side. We'll see you next time. We're the Fragrance Brothers.
Thank
Bye.
you.